Alright. Welcome to SideboardMTG, guys. My name's Eric, and you're watching another of Dev's deck. Dev put this one out quite some time ago. I kind of put it on the back burner because I knew we were having tonight's Arcane contract weekend. We're doing Subscriber Sunday Arcane contract tonight. Or not necessarily Arcane contract. We just really want to play with Liliana's contract. And about the same time that I put out that request for all of my viewers, Dev put out his version of Arcane contract. So I thought it would just be right if we just played Dev's right before we went into Subscriber Sunday. So this is not going to be a normal Dev's deck. I'm not going to do 3 games with it. We're going to do 2. And then we're going to go right on into our Subscriber Sunday, and there we have 4 decks of it. So I know some of you guys are looking for like upgrades, you're looking for different ways to run this deck. When we get on into our Subscriber Sunday, we've got 4 decks for you. Some of those are built budget, some of those are built, you know, kind of really janky, and some of them are actually built very competitive. We're talking the Scarab God, things like that. So we've got a lot of Liliana's contract, Arcane adaptation, those things coming for you guys tonight. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so that you know when I go down and come back up with Subscriber Sunday. But we're gonna be having some fun here tonight with Liliana's contract. I'm kind of excited because I was really looking forward to this card. So without further ado, we're gonna jump into Dev's deck. And don't forget, check up in that top right hand corner. Right up there, there's a little eye information icon, and that will take you over to Dev's deck tech for this deck. I'm just going to kind of fly through the cards here really quick, and point out like some of the things that Dev's doing. But again, remember, we've got I've got 4 more decks coming up for you. We've got one by Dark Demonic, we've got one by Coreset 18, we've got one by Rocker CCR, I believe it is, and he's normally here in chat. Hopefully he'll show up. And we've got one by Jizza, another favorite here in chat. So I hope all of you guys are going to stick around. We're going to look at all these decks. We're going to have a lot of fun, and I'm excited. Lamp, what's up, Lamp? Stream's asking about you, buddy. Stream's asking about you. Anyway, let's talk about Dev's version here. Dev went a little bit aggro with his. So, I mean, we've got some 1-drops here, and you'll notice that my list is not exactly the same as Dev's. If you go back and look at Dev's deck tech, he ended up, pinning a comment at the bottom there that said he thinks that he should remove 1 Submerged Boneyard and 1 Memorial to Folly and just add in 2 untapped sources. So I've done that. Now, if you wanted to upgrade Submerged Boneyard to Fetid Pools, you could definitely do that. 100% go ahead and get those in. Sean Rathbone, thank you very much, sir. I appreciate that very much, and you're doing some damage to the stream, boss. There, thank you very much, sir. I do appreciate it. But I've just made that one little change where we kind of just took the Submerged Boneyard and the Memorial to Folly out for just 2 more swamps, and that's kind of what Dev was saying. We're trying to stay on that budget option, and this is a budget deck. This entire deck rolls in at about 50 bucks on TCG Player right now. I think when he made it, I think it was only about 40 bucks. So a couple of the cards I think may have went up. It's probably more than likely something like Graveyard Marshal has went up a little bit due to the Zombies deck. The Zombies deck's doing really good. Speaking of which, I actually haven't ran the newest version of Zombies, so we might end up doing that at some point this week. You guys let me know what you guys want to see, and we'll see what we can do. Anyway, let's get some shout outs. We'll get into the actual deck, and then roll from there. So Rocker, yeah, you did make it. Sweet, made it to the party. Daniel Hogan, you haven't been able to view in quite a bit. You're glad to see Lamp is still a thing. Oh yeah, buddy, Lamp is here. Even if I green screen, I'm pretty sure that I'm going to make sure that Lamp is there. So yeah, he's going to be a thing. That was thanks to Andrew G, who actually bought and paid for Lamp, and yeah, that was between him and my wife. We were just going to draw on a lampshade. It was a little more expensive than my wife wanted me to just mark her up. So she's like, we'll just go buy the parts and make Lamp. Ta-da! Anyway, Dragon Lord, how you doing, buddy? It's going good, buddy. It's going good. Chris Peltier, Sean Rathbones here. Stephen Bennett, how you doing, sir? You made a nice blue-white mill deck that's pretty decent. Awesome. Awesome. That seems great. Jeremiah Becker, how you doing? Daniel Hogan, Robert Secor, La Parker Thomas, how you doing, buddy? Brandon, what's up? And then, man, MBHR4C. Do I make a playlist? Yeah. I mean, I've got a playlist. Whoa, that is not what I wanted to happen. Yeah, there's the playlist. If you guys want to like pause or something like that, so you can go back and check it out. If you guys want to request a song or something like that, we can always change the music. That's not a really big deal. So, but yeah, I don't have a ton of songs, but anytime we find another one that someone likes, I'll pick that up. You know. So anyway, who else we got up here? Camerooni, what's up, Camerooni? How you doing? Steve something. He's excited for this deck. You know what, Steve? I am too. Ryan, the fire burns. Oh my goodness. How you doing, sir? Long time no see, buddy. Great to hear from you, man. Is that all doing well? You still playing competitive Magic? Ryan here. He was big onto the competitive scene, chasing those PPTQs, just burning it up, man. So I hope you're still doing well out there, Ryan. Brandon, you'll be emailing me a 5-color cartouche deck you've been toying with for a few weeks. Love to know my thoughts. 5-color cartouche. You know, honestly, I'm just wanting to play Vinemare with blue cartouche. Green-blue Vinemare. I'm working on that. I got a request for a green-blue deck by Barry the other day. I forget exactly what all Barry wanted in it. I'm hoping he'll show up, and we'll ask him a little bit more about that tonight. So, 5-color humans, Parker? Really? Wow. You're doing well. Still doing the magic things. Just been busy moving. I hope you're moving somewhere warmer. Last time I seen you, you had a picture of yourself with snow everywhere, and I hope you're somewhere warmer, right? Unless you don't like warm, then you know, in that case, whatever. All right, what's up, Madness? How you doing? Everybody else, if I've missed a shout out, much love to you anyway, and yeah. All right, so again, like I said, Dev went a little bit more aggro. Let's get you guys a preview playing up here. Alright, so we've got some Vicious Conquistadors, and this card's really good, mainly because it's a 1-drop with a 2 toughness, and that survives Goblin Chain Whirler. We've got Diregraph Ghoul, which is, you know, same thing, got that 2 toughness, so we're not just going to lose it to a Goblin Chain Whirler. You know, there's going to be times in this deck where we're just kind of, you know, just going to flood the board and wait it out. Especially if, you know, we already have our Arcane Adaptation. Let's actually look at this combo so you guys all really, you know exactly what's going on tonight. So the main card here is Liliana's Contract. Now, I hope you guys can see that up here in the preview plane. But Liliana's Contract is a 5-mana enchantment, double black and 3 generic. When Liliana's Contract enters the battlefield, you can you draw 4 cards and lose 4 life. So if for some reason you don't have the 4 life, then you're gonna die. That's not a May ability. You will draw 4 cards, you will lose 4 life. But there's a second line of text. As if that first line wasn't good enough, right? Draw 4 cards. Come on, I'll do that. I'll pay 4 life for 4 cards. Let's do it. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you control 4 or more demons with different names, you win the game. Well, the problem with that is there's just not enough really good demons to really play around with. There's just not a ton of demons. There's not cheap demons. You know, most demons are 4, and they have, you know, 4 converted mana cost or more, and they require some weird way to get them out, like sacrificing a creature or something. So, what? Arcane, my bad, man. I missed you, Arcane. I'm sorry, buddy. Racist against English people. Mate, never. You're here at 2 a.m. to see this. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that, and I wasn't trying to leave you out there. Christopher Rue, what's up? But no, Liliana's Contract. If you control those 4 or more demons with different names, then you're going to win. Hasbro, do I think I would ever play Sifter Worm Ramp or Jund Control Ramp? Have to say there are some of your favorite decks and in the current standard meta. I actually am really fond of Hour of Promise decks again. There was a point in the past where Hour of Promise decks were really, really good, and personally, as of right now, I think Sifter Worm is the worst one to be playing in those cards. I think that until aggro makes a really, really heavy return, it's not Sifter Worm you want to be running. I think you want to be running Plaka Worm. Sifter Worm's good, but I think Plaka Worm's where you really want to be. When you run Sifter Worm, you're kind of stuck, you know, stuck with some of these other cards that you know, commit to memory and things. Even though they're good, I don't know if that's where I really want to be, especially in like those Jund versions and stuff. So that's my thoughts on those. Is I think Plaka Worm's where you want to be. I think Todd Stevens ran a list that was Plaka Worm not too long ago, and it seemed pretty cool. So, but anyway, we're going to be using Liliana's Contract, and we don't have any demons in the deck, but we're going to be trying to get that demon off anyway, and that's because of Arcane Adaptation. Card that, you know, got a few waves. It made a splash when it first came out. There were people trying some crazy things with it. Well, Liliana's Contract is the craziness that we needed. So this says that as Arcane Adaptation enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures you control are the chosen type in addition to their other types. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards you own that aren't on the battlefield. So no matter what, like if you cast a creature spell, that's a demon spell. If you cast, you know, if you're holding it in your hand, it's a demon. If it's in the graveyard, it's still a demon. So no matter what, your creatures are demons, or technically whatever you call. So if we had like the Scarab God or something like that, you could always just call zombie and just kind of, you know, tick them to death with cards like that. So you know, pretty cool. Couple interactions here, and now let's talk about his creatures. He's got Vicious Conquistador, Diregraph Ghoul, Dusk Legion Zealot, so we can draw a couple extra cards here. You know, Dusk Legion's actually really good. We're only running 2 of them. It does die to Goblin Chain Whirler, which, you know, you can't just completely play around the Goblin Chain Whirler all the time. Omen Speaker. Now this one was a little bit different. I wasn't expecting Omen Speaker in the deck, but when it enters the battlefield, you get to scry 2, and that's not bad, especially when you're looking for combo pieces. So not bad at all. Kitesail Freebooters. Now a lot of the decks that we're running tonight are running Kitesail Freebooter, so I think if anything, there's something there to that Kitesail. Plus this gets modern play, so Kitesail's not a really bad card. And then Seeker's Squire, just another way for us, you know, to kind of churn through the deck and find those combo pieces that we're really looking for. So, and then we've got Graveyard Marshal, just in case, you know, we need that extra body. We can just pay 3 mana, and then you know, just you know, create a 2/2 black zombie demon. Yeah, that's right, a 2/2 black zombie demon. That seems cool, right? And then moving on up the curve to the 3-drops, we've got some Aviation Pioneers, which actually gives us a Thopter, which will also be a demon. So, you know, that'll work. Just getting the extra bodies is really, really good. And then Exclusion Mage. Not really Reflector Mage, but more like Mana War, right? Just return that creature to their hand, make them have to spend their mana to play it again. They play the Scarab God, you just put it back in their hand and say, hey, you know, pay 5, do it again. So, yeah. And then the highest creature in the deck, or the highest converted mana cost creature in the deck, a couple of Ravenous Chupacabras, because, you know, we need a heavy creature count, but we still want to have some kill spells, and Ravenous Chupacabra does that for us. Excuse me there. Whew. All right. Let's see here. Arcane, Danitha and Valduk are going to really miss Shram out of rotation. Any ideas on switching Boros equipment or Aura decks to Naya to accommodate Satar Enchanter or Satar Enchanter? You don't really want to ditch the whole deck. Man, I'm not 100% sure that I like the Auras decks. I actually think Champion of Flame is probably the most powerful card in those decks. Not really not really big on you know, the Boros Auras decks and things. I personally think like one of the better Auras decks that you can run right now is probably White Blue, and Danitha fits really good in there. Mainly the main reason I want blue in those Auras decks is because I really want that that Curious Obsession. I mean, that card's where it's at, guys. Becker, this is not my deck, man. This is a devs deck, so I don't get the options of what should be running here. But I will say that most of the guys put Hostage Taker in their versions of the deck, so we should be seeing some Hostage Takers at some point tonight. Karn and Tezzeret, oh man, yeah, like Tezzeret seems great. I love Tezzeret. Tezzeret is great. I mean, he's got 0 abilities, so draw 2 cards, guys. Come on. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, if I built the deck, it would probably be much different than this, mainly with the budget aspect. I don't build on a budget. I build just, you know, the most competitive thing I can, and then if I need to, you know, tick that down a little bit because I don't have access to some cards, I'll do that. But I always try to build on a non-budget and then downgrade that deck, knowing that eventually if I like the deck that I would end up trying to get more and more cards for it for the upgrades. But yeah, Mardu equipment so you can draw once your creatures die. That seems pretty good, you know, if you guys are going to be running some equipment. Either way, let's look at the sideboard. We've got couple Mystic Archaeologists. Now this is just going to be one of those cards in, you know, the long game against like control, something that doesn't have a bunch of targeted removal, or maybe even against something that does have a lot of targeted removal. They have to spend it on this. They can't let you start drawing 2 cards for 5 mana at instant speed. They just can't. We've got 4 negates, another Kitesail freebooter, a couple Knights of Malice. Now, or sorry, 3 Knights of Malice. Now, Knight of Malice, great card here. It's going to be good against, you know, some of the white decks and things like that. I actually like the Knight of Grace better, but we don't have white mana, so that's not an option. But the first strike is no joke. And then, of course, Plague Mare here. Even you asked a question. Can red-black vehicles have more vehicles than just Heart of Kiran? Aether Sphere Harvester and Weatherlight are pretty decent as well. You could also run the 5 mana Sky Sovereign. I wouldn't put more than maybe 1 of that card in the deck because it's 5 converted mana cost. But yeah, you could run a couple other vehicles. Mainly, I would just say, you know, get those Aether Sphere Harvesters in there. Aether Sphere, Heart of Kiran, Weatherlight, and Sky Sovereign are probably some of the most playable vehicles that you could get a hold of. Then when you get below that, you're looking into like Cultivator's Caravan, things like that. Fleetwheel Cruiser's not a horrible card. I mean, it comes in, swings for, you know, like 4 or 5 or something like that, and you don't have to crew it the first turn it comes in. So yeah, hope that answers your question there, Chris. Right? Some of the community's got you there. The guys are trying to help answer your questions there, Chris. Sorry, man. Keeping up with all of chat and everything else can sometimes get a little bit crazy. You missed it, didn't it? What? You missed it? No, you didn't miss it. We're just getting started for the Horde. We are just getting started. Anyway, it's game time, guys. We are going to play Dev's Arcane Contract. See if we can pull this off and kind of go from there. Let's see here. Rocker, besides, you may know that. Nah, whatever Jareth Miles just said, I can't not translate that. Like, you Hasbert missed any gameplay, Horde. Whew, that was rough, right? I mean, we've got all the combo, right? Like, so we just like start drawing creatures and go. Would this work? Like, can we make this work? Let's find out. Worst case scenario, we scoop and play another. You built 5-color humans in standard. Seems very ambitious, sir. Very ambitious. I'm just going to go ahead and play the Submerged Boneyard first. Lincoln, buddy. Alright, so we've got a little bit of catch-up action there we can do. We'll see what this red-black deck has to offer. Oh my goodness, the red-black deck does not have... I mean, he's just holding up Keel. He's stuck on mana. Like, this is probably about to happen. Demon! We're calling demons! He knows this deck already. He's like, oh, great. Playing against this. He's going to scoop on us. He doesn't hit another land. He's just going to scoop. So. Oh, he hit his land. Well. Man. Like, is it... Do I just play Ravenous Chupacabra and go? I mean, I can't see playing anything else. I mean, he's got Keel, right? And we could just play our other Arcane adaptation, get it out there. I don't know what I would want to call though. Like just another demon. I mean, he's red-black. He's not going to destroy this. Like this is there permanently. Like red-black can't destroy it. So, like Exclusion Mage would be a waste. Ravenous Chupacabra would be a waste. But not casting anything would seem like a waste as well. But against red-black, like there's just no point in the second Arcane adaptation. We don't have Champion of Wits or something to hang on to this so that we can throw it away. So, yeah, right, name another creature type, but there's no reason to. Like, I just pass and pretend that I'm a control deck. Right? Just play it on zombie. Just call dragon. Everything's a dragon, so his Glorybringers can't, like, do anything to our creatures. That might actually have been the play. So, yeah, that might have honestly been the play. Just Glorybringer. I'm going to go ahead and draw a bunch of cards, and then we'll just throw it away to the Liliana's contract. So we can get rid of Arcane Adaptation. Like, honestly, though, the Glorybringer call might be where we want to be. I think I want to keep my lands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We only got to get rid of one more. Urgh. Feels so bad. Feels bad, man. Feels real bad, man. Yeah, let's get rid of the contract. Okay. Let's go, Dragon Boy. This thing's actually really good. Yeah. Ooh, another one. Alright, so let's get some lands down here. We're going to go Graveyard Marshal. Graveyard Marshal. I mean, we don't have anything to bring back from the graveyard, and I know they got the same name, but I mean, if he's going to kill one, then you know, we can go from there. Alright, so we just need to Exclusion Mage. I mean, this thing taps for a mana of any color. There's Glorybringer coming next turn. A Braid! He abroaded me. He abroaded me. Glorybringer going to deal with this? Yeah, probably. It's probably about to happen. Dragon Egg. Sarkin? What? Oh, Sarkin. Got a 4-mana dragon? Ooh. Blue. Black. Is this a bolus? Is this a bolus? That's a bolus, ladies and gentlemen. That is a bolus. Not exactly something I want to Exclusion Mage. But it is something that I want to Ravenous Chupacabra. I'll get rid of the Submerged Boneyard. See, I honestly think this deck should be full of a bunch of 1s and 2-ofs. We're just going to play Ravenous Chupacabra. We'll kill Bolus. Go ahead and get in at Sarkin. And then at end of turn, we'll just eat our Yard Marshal to make a zombie. Unless he plays something like, you know, Sweltering Suns. Dude. That ain't cool. I mean, he's digging for mana. He's digging for land. Discard a card. If you do, draw a card. So what are you throwing away? So I couldn't actually bring back... I couldn't make a zombie and it survive. Chromium. Oh man, is this like another Debs deck here? Is this like the Debs 5-color? Because that's cool. Alright, we're going to go for... So, I mean, next turn we can Ravenous Chupacabra. I probably should have kept that other Liliana's contract, honestly. I wasn't expecting mainboard Sweltering Suns. Like, that wasn't something I was expecting. Eric, what are my thoughts on the sideboard you posted? To what, Chris? Oh no. The sideboard to which deck? Can everyone's opinion on the sideboard? Oh, up there. Okay. Sideboard. I seen where you commented today on the red-black vehicles. 2x cast down, 1 Chandra, Torch of Defiance, 2 Doomfall, 3 Duress, 2 Glorybringers, 2 Hazards, 1 Lost Legacy, 2 Sky Sovereigns console flagships. I mean, that seems great. Honestly, I think that Sky Sovereign console flagship is probably a little better suited for like taking the place of Glorybringer. Like, I don't know if you want to run Glorybringer and Sky Sovereign, but yeah, I mean that works though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We hit a land off of this. We can still play the. Sure. We gotta have a land in the top 4, right? There it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If he hits a land, yeah, we can't have that. All right, another Ravenous Troop. All right, so we go to kill it. He's got 2 mana open, so yeah, he's gonna go ahead and abrade our dude so that we can't hit old Sarkin. Alright, opponent. Ooh, just drawing a card right off the bat. I mean, he's got a ton of mana here, though. Grixis Dragons. The Chromium's what gets me. Another Horde. These Dragons Hordes. I mean, he's just staying at 7 cards, man. These Dragon Hordes are just so good with... Unless you're really aggressive. Okay. Okay, opponent. So, he discards a Fetid Pool. Okay, so Drown Yard, Catacomb. We're going to play Aviation Pioneer. We're going to play... I'm just playing for creatures at this point. We're just trying to get those out. Pretty sure this is a Thopter Demon, right? Yeah, it's a Thopter Demon. It's a Demon Thopter. Demon Thopters. Horde, would it be better with 2 Lost Legacies and 1 Sky Sovereign console flagship? Chris, you know, honestly, I really don't know, sir. Like, That's there's a ton of red-black decks out there. Just look at, like, I mean, it's one of the top tier decks right now is a red-black deck. So you can just look at any of the red-black decks. Most of them are, you know, vehicle variants and things like that. I recommend looking at magic.tcgplayer.com. And yeah, like I think you want to like pick Glorybringer or Sky Sovereign. So I mean, it's up to you though. Down tick Chandra here. Yep, down ticking Chandra. Well, this isn't the greatest thing in the world, ladies and gentlemen. Now he actually has a way to get rid of my... He can actually destroy my Arcane contract. So we've lost this game. He just had too much removal. Like that Sweltering Suns did it. Like it was it. Well, when it comes to Lost Legacy, you really need to be asking yourself, what are you going to be Lost Legacy? When it comes to Lost Legacy, it's like, do I have a lot of approach the Second Sons in my local meta? And if you do, then yeah, we've lost this, guys. Dragon deck, just it's too much. I mean, this is clearly not a budget deck we're playing against. We've got Chandras, we've got a great mana base here. So, I mean, he's foiled out, right? Foiled. Yeah, if he targets the Arcane contract with Vea Victus, yep. Unless we have another one on top. I mean, it can happen, right? Be top card, just bam. Here's another one. Omen Speaker. We're gonna go bottom. I'm just gonna take it. There's not a lot I can do here. Top card, what do we get? Liliana's contract. Well, you know what? This is how contracts work. Sometimes they just kill you. Going out on our own terms. And we die. We draw 4 cards though, right? Alright. Okay, Dragon Boy. Definitely want that other Ravenous Chupacabra. Like, this might actually be great, like just having negates, but I think that we just have to be quicker, meaner. Let's get rid of something like Seeker Squire. Actually, let's keep the Seeker Squire. Let's get rid of a Graveyard Marshal for a Knight of Malice. Let's get rid of an Exclusion Mage for a Plague Mare, and then we'll get rid of a Omen Speaker for a Mystic. And the only thing I'm really trying to do here is just give myself a lot more cards to play with. I guess in the end we should just maybe pull one Graveyard Marshal. I mean, I don't think Graveyard Marshal is really great in a deck that has a bunch of sweeps and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm sorry, Chris. It's just really hard to like play one deck and then just really be like thinking and trying to give good advice on a completely different deck. So you know, my bad on that, man. It's just all right. Well, we're gonna play this. It's like my mind's on Arcane Contract right now, and red-black vehicles is a whole nother thing. Personally, I don't know if the vehicles versions are exactly where you want to be right now, but they're not bad. They're not bad at all. All right, so Diregraph Ghoul. I just really don't know if the vehicles are where you really want to be. Like I like the vehicles decks. Yeah, we're just gonna draw another card here. Getting in there. Yeah. Duress. Got him. We got him. Vergor has some really pretty cards. Really pretty old foil Duress there. He's tapped out. Doesn't matter if I play this before or after combat. I know some of you get so mad at me for playing before combat. Yeah, we're going to leave that on top. Alright. Gigantosaur is great in an unsealing deck. Yeah, but you can't have a lot of red cards in it if you're running Gigantosaur, can you? Kitesail Freebooter. Well, let's take a look under the hood. See if he's got like a magma spray or something here that he could cast. Like, we don't have the contract. We don't have the adaptation. We have... Called it. Called it. Oh, good old magma spray. So he's got a Duress. He's got a Nicol Bolas and a Via Victus. He can cast a Nicol Bolas next turn. I mean, we're just basically on the beatdown plan at this point. Like, that's just all that we can do. I mean, that was my land for Liliana's contract, but we're pretty much just playing Ravenous Chupacabra this turn anyway, so that we can just continue to swing in. Alright, we're just getting in there. So, we'll see what he's got. He needs a little bit of removal here. Another Nicol Bolas. Well, look at that. And he scoops. Right, because Nicol Bolas can block one, and we had four attackers, and combined, any three of them would have equaled 5 points of damage, so he was dead anyway. I'm just gonna run it back like this. Yeah, it looks like on this game and against this deck, our best plan is to just be aggressive. You're playing Brawl with your brother-in-law. Just saying hi. Well, how you doing, Poopy? You're still the stream boss down there, buddy. Discard decks. Discard decks are one of the things that really upset people. So, like, some people like a discard deck, some people don't. But most people really hate playing against a discard deck. So, all right. Well, he plays tap land. I play a tap land. Clearly, ours is superior to his, right? I mean, he's just got fatty pools. Well, this is the only thing we can play, so this is what we're going to play. Like, if this would return target non-land permanent you don't control to their owner's hand, that'd be so good. Poopy, check in later, man. We're gonna be playing. Be playing the Subscriber Sunday decks here in just a little bit. So, stop by later, man. If you get done playing some Brawl. All right, for the Horde. In your experience, people hate mill more than discard. Yeah, man. Dude, people despise getting milled out. I don't know what it is. It has been one of the additional win cons in Magic since the beginning of Magic. You know, you run out of cards, you die. And that's just kind of a thing. And it's, we're about to get Sweltering Suns, aren't we? Yeah. Okay, well, I mean, we'll swing for 2 and pass back to the opponent here. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate it, man. Oh, man. He's just boluses for days. He did pull all of my Ravenous Chupacabras out of my hand. Did you see that? he could have gotten a combo piece. He could have got anything else. Instead, what does he get? Ravenous Chupacabra. So we go with this is not exactly where we want to be, but we'll take it. I mean, now he's just like, okay, fine, I replay Bolas. And there's not a lot we can do about that. Sweltering Suns. Yep, I'm just going to scoop on that. Can't beat it. We cannot beat that. Cannot beat that. Alright, dude. Nice dragon deck. Pretty cool. I'm going to host a new match just because I don't want to go straight against that guy again. But yeah. That late game is tough to handle. Yeah. You played a few more matches after you and your Unsealing Sunbirds deck. Seems to be legit. You're 10-2 with it today in your practice matches. That's 10-2 is a pretty good record, man. Like that's pretty good. All right, we can't keep this. We gotta mulligan this. Oh, this looks just as bad. I am gonna keep it because we have like 3 plays, but it ain't what I want to keep. Well, salt and screw. Yeah, I'm gonna put that on top. We're okay with that. This one just gains me life. Like the opponent's gonna lose the same amount of life as with this as if I hit him with Diregraph Ghoul. So I mean, this one just gains me life, so it's a 3-point life swing instead of a 2-point. So that's why I went with the Vicious Conquistador first. No Lano. I mean, I don't know what he's gonna do for 1 green mana. We'll see. So we'll do a little damage. A little bit of damage. Oh wait, this is not the one that gains me life. I'm sorry, wrong card, wrong 1-drop. My bad. So then they're basically equal then. Thematic Compass. Well, we definitely are looking for a little bit more land. So we're going to play this and see if we get that land. Come on, blue land, blue land, blue land. Even if it's tapped, that's fine, right? I think anything that's not a land we have to bend. So that's a hard one to bend. I'm not bending that. I mean, we're swinging 6 right here. I mean, that's not bad on turn 3. I mean, we're definitely being very aggressive. So next turn we get to play Kitetail Freebooter, and you'll pull something out of his hand, hopefully. No Spring to Mine? Like, what do you got going on here, opponent? We do have a 3-2 for 2. But we're also, like, swinging for 8 here. He's going to be at 4. Like, I honestly believe that our best option here is actually the Kitetail Freebooter, just because Kitetail is going to give us a look at his hand, and we might be able to rip something worthwhile out of it. So, I mean, this is turn 4, and we're trying to bring the heat. And he scoops. I mean, that was a turn 5 kill, guys. Like, just turn 5 done. Bam! Get out of here. It's kind of like Grape Shot Storm deck. What? Yeah, you're right. I was thinking of the other one. I can't think of it. I can't think of it, but it's the 1/1, right? That you gain life, they lose life. Okay, so it's a control deck. So let's bring these in. I think we take out. I mean, we should probably continue to be like just silly fast. Aviation Pioneer. Like, this card's not like the greatest thing in the world. And then maybe, I don't think he'll have a lot of creatures, so Exclusion Mage is probably not the greatest either. It might have actually been just take out all 4 Exclusion Mages and be done with it. So, cereal? You like cereal? What? Thought you were at a cereal convention? Really? Alright, so we've got blue. We're not coming out like super fast, but we're on the draw, so I'll keep this. This doesn't seem horrible. At least we have a win con, so honey bunches of oats. Oh my goodness, that's great. Did you say Vitamin King? I thought it was King Vitamin. I thought it was King Vitamin, right? It's the old government cereal. So good though. Love some King Vitamin. King Vitamin. Is that even a thing? Regardless, why would you say that? Because you're always like, be right back, I'm gonna go grab some cereal. He's got a point there, man. You do seem to go grab some cereal pretty often. Okay, so we can play the tap land and then play Vicious Conquistador if we want to. We can play untap land, play Omen Speaker, or Seeker Squire, set some stuff up. We could just play another untap land. I think I want Vicious Conquistador next turn because we can play like 2-drop this turn and then 3-drop or 2-drop and Conquistador next turn. So I'm just going to drop a 2-drop down here, and I'm going to play the one that lets me scry just so I can see more of what's going on. I think tap land's coming to turn 4 actually for the Horde. Let's go bottom top. And hope he just doesn't have, yeah, I think next turn I want to go like Seeker Squire Vicious Conquistador or Graveyard Marshal Vicious Conquistador. Either way, whichever one I don't play, the following turn I'm going to play then, so. Like, honestly, the Graveyard Marshal is one of those I want to wait for him to wipe the board before we try this, but, yeah, here we go. So we're going to go, I think we go Graveyard Marshal this turn, which is probably wrong. This is probably just going to be bad. And I should have done that second main phase. You guys got me there. He's got way too much information now. Getting in for one. And why don't we just do a diagraph rule? Probably has a board wipe, some way to remove this stuff. Zippy Reagan. Okay, so we're gonna go Submerged Boneyard. Attempt an attack. I don't think he still knows we're... I don't think he knows we're Liliana's contract deck yet. So we're swinging 3. And then... we're going to go Seeker Squire here so that we can see if we can like get another land that'll be untapped next turn for this Liliana's contract. If we don't get the land, then we've got another beater. We did get the land. And then we're going to go Vicious Conquistador. And then next turn we go Drowned Catacombs, Liliana's contract. Draw some more cards. Hopefully they'll be dudes. You know. This is probably just an hour of devastation right here. Yeah. I think this is the Sifter Worm deck right here. Hour of dev. I mean, he runs 4 of them. We're probably... The game's probably over now though, but we'll find out. Perfect time to do this. Although he definitely may have answers for Liliana's contract. Draw ourselves 4 cards here. Take 4 life. Not bad. Not bad. So next turn we're looking at Kite Self Rebooter and Arcane Adaptation, maybe? Gift of Paradise. He's going to gain a little life. Alright. Well, good for you, opponent. Good for you. Some bad luck so far running a tribal deck against a couple sweeper decks. Yeah. That's how it works. I mean, sweeper decks are really in a really good spot right now. So, I mean, that's what it is. Hopefully we won't continue to keep running against sweeper decks. And that's going to be one of the big things here come rotation is, you know, whatever sweepers are left out there, running sweeper decks are going to be great. I highly expect tribal decks to be a serious thing come next rotation, so, or post-rotation. Okay, so, I mean, he's got Springtime. We're not taking that. We're definitely just taking this Hour of Promise. And then, I mean, we could just Omen Speak, you know. This is probably the best time to try to get this down, so we're just going to do it. I'm calling demons. It's a demon. It happens, I mean, sweepers. Demons. Well, the cat's out of the bag now. He knows what's going on. We know that he has a Spring to Mine and a Sifter Worm, and then whatever he just drew. Spring. We need a 1-drop off the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, yeah, 1 drop off the top would be terrific. Okay, we're gonna put him on it. So, Exclusion Mage, Diregraph, Omen Speaker, top of our library, top of our library. The opponent has 1 turn. 1 turn. Yeah, whatever. Might as well get in for that 1 point of damage, right? Because that matters. It's been so hot here today, guys. Oh my goodness, it's been like we live in a boiler. Yeah, like you were talking about Sifter Worm decks, somebody was earlier, and this is it. Yeah, it's Sifter Worm ramp, definitely. Yikes. What do you have? Oh, he's gonna cut. Oh, that's so wrong. That's just so wrong. Hour of Promise, making some zombies. Well, hot? What am I talking about? Yeah, I moved back somewhere that it's actually hot for the Horde. Sorry, buddy. But, yeah, I left Arizona and went to real heat. We're just going to pass. And then if he plays his Sifter Worm next turn, then we're just going to Ravenous Chupacabra and ship it back to him. It's almost over. Right? Like, I should have put the Chupacabra on top, maybe. This way we could have put him on, like, you got 1 more turn. You got this turn, so... we might be able to pull this off. There's the Sifter Worm. I'm not really worried about this. So we've seen the Sifter Worm, and we've seen the Spring to Mine. We don't know his last card. What do you reveal off the top? Reveal, gain some life. He revealed a Cut to Ribbons. Sure. I mean, I might as well block, right? I mean, that's not a big deal. Ravenous a Chupacabra. At least we killed the Sifter Worm, right? So he's going to draw Cut, and we're going to negate it. So yeah, I mean, it would have worked the other way around. I think it worked good this way because we wanted to kill the Sifter Worm anyway, so yeah. Boom! Opponent. What do you got? I mean, come on. This guy. Don't be a board wipe. Oh man, don't do that. Oh, he's digging for one more card. Would he know what he has there? Sheevan Fire? Are you serious? Oh. This deck needs Scrappy Scrounger. I definitely think so. Definitely think it needs like something like Scrappy Scrounger. I mean, now we're just waiting on a creature, so. Oh man. Well, it's a budget deck, Catherine. It's a budget deck, so he didn't put in, you know, a lot of cards that the deck probably needed. Which always kind of aggravated me about budget decks. It's like, why would you not put in the cards you need? Yeah, I know somebody wants to play cheap, but when you play like under $100 decks, yeah, like, oh, and now he's got an braid. Yeah, this is where he just kind of takes off with us. Not much we can do about it. I mean, he reveals a braid, so he's going to have that next turn. And he's going to be swinging at us with a Sifter Worm and everything else. So this is going to all of a sudden just take a spiel for the bad. Oh, let's do it. Because why not? Because why not? Why not? It's because of that Sifter Worm. That's why not. But whatever. If we get a Ravenous Chupacabra out of this, we'll be alright. Alright, well, we have to block, and we're so dead. So dead. Eric, on your Patreon games, the decks you play, is there a limit to the mana hours to use? Nah, man. We're fully sponsored by manatraders, so I mean, like, we can play vintage decks. Don't worry about it. Like, as long as the deck doesn't cost more than like $2,000 or $3,000, we'll be all right. So wear it out, man. Like, if you want to get in on Patreon games, and we're dead here, guys. Like, so by block, I probably want to put my most toughness like in front of this thing, and then just kill. And then we take 4, so we also have to put this here. So we put this here, put that there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we still take 1. At least we kill the sifter worm here. And go to 1. Right? Does that work? Yeah. Seems so bad. Now he's just gonna braid something just to make sure things don't happen. Yeah, that's game. So I think we're gonna have a bit of this type of thing going on. We're back on the play, so definitely want to be just as aggressive as possible. So like the biggest dudes that I can get as quickly as I can get them. I definitely want another Ravenous Chupacabra. Exclusion Mage is probably not where I really want to be. Pioneer Mage probably is. I don't think I want Exclusion Mage. Oh, I know it came out. Oh, it's bugging. I'm going to take out one more negate for Kite Self Freebooter, and then take out, I guess, I kind of want to take out Liliana's contract, but that doesn't seem right, does it? Let's take out a Graveyard Marshal. Alright. Okay, so this is a bug on Magic Online. Like, I tried to take out this other Exclusion Mage, and it's showing that I have 61 cards here. When I try to click this Exclusion Mage, it will not come out of the deck, so I know that I've already actually taken it out. So, I mean, we're showing that we have 15 cards in the sideboard, that we have a 61 card deck. So I'm just going to go ahead and submit, and we'll see what happens here. But, yeah. Yeah, Mage is great against Worm and tokens. It may be. I mean, letting them, like, replay it, I'd rather have, like, Ravenous Chupacabra. Bouncing tokens is okay, but... notice we drew 7 cards. We got 53 cards in deck, so I mean we actually have a 60 card deck. So there's that bug. Okay, so Submerge Boneyard into Submerge Boneyard. Ooh, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Like otherwise, like this Drowned Catacomb would have just been another Submerge Boneyard. So Kirsk. Talking about the squad. What? Exclusion Mage is good against the Hour of Promise tokens and Sifter Worm. I don't think I want to let him recast Sifter Worm, but I mean, him spending the mana to recast Sifter Worm never seems bad, does it? Let's do Omen Speaking. Take a look at some things. We're going to put that on the bottom. That seems good on top. I had Swamp in hand? I guess I did. Let's play the Squire. Another Swamp. Alright, probably should have played the tapped one there. Like, so you guys can get me on a punt if you want to. I mean, we had nothing else to do with the mana, so... but next turn, we're looking at nothing else to do with the mana. We're just kind of... yeah, maybe I should have put that island on the bottom then. That's the problem when you're reading, trying to read and then play and all these other things. Like, Jareth says, "Okay, I'm here now." Jareth, we had a really good time, dude. Playing Dungeons and Dragons this weekend. It was good. One of the characters that we kept running into that was a pain in the neck was this little dude who looked like Mike Wazowski from Monsters, but his name was Tybalt, and he was a compulsive liar. If I hear, I've never been downstairs, one more time. Hour of Promise. Oh, look! We got another land. Just because I want to have some demon dragons, okay? And I know these decks do run Glorybringers, so like that's the only thing I can think of is play dragon with the second one, just so that you can't be like Glorybringer, kill that. So that's like the only thing I can think of. Yeah, this flooding is gonna get bad. I mean, that's budget, man. Like when you play a budget deck, that's exactly what we're looking at. We've got some more versions of this deck coming out here a little bit later tonight, so you guys will hopefully be able to Liliana's contract somebody before the night's over. Salvete! Hello, peeps. Have we had any luck? None, man. No luck whatsoever. The luck is not with us today. Oh, yeah. You know what? The one thing we can do is listen to the happy song. Caravan Bowser OC Remix, if you guys are interested in this song. Cool song. At least we do have something that's happy. Oh, hey, thanks, man. We had to make some changes. New computer, new layout, new setup. Everything's kind of new, so yeah, some changes had to be made. Long time no see, but it's good to see, man. We're so dead. If we have 2 and 4 demons, do we win the game twice? Oh no, when the first one resolves, we've already won, right? Yeah, that's how that works. So, 7. I don't think we have a chance here. Sifter Worm it's gonna be over. Ravenous Chupacabra off the... I could do the green screen, and as long as I put Lamp in front of the green screen, it'd be me and Lamp here. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I've looked into it. I was going to actually like paint these walls, like paint this green so that I could remove it. Oh look, he's got another Sifter Worm in hand. I mean, we can live one more turn. I don't think we survive anything. Like, I don't think that we have a card in our deck that pulls us out of this. So if he goes another Sifter Worm, then not even a Ravenous Chupacabra pulls us out of it. So yeah, I mean, we're dead here, guys. This is over. Our Sifter Worm thing now, only in the ramp decks. Ramp decks are using Sifter Worm, Glorybringer, and Plaka Worm to just kind of destroy you. No, Chup would kill the single Sifter Worm, and we have to double block here. But Chup would kill a single Sifter Worm, but he's got another one in hand that he's about to play. So either way, like, we kill one, but then we don't have enough to survive through the next one. So I'm just going to play Liliana's contract, kill myself, go out on my own terms. He didn't play the other Sifter Worm. So we do have one more turn. One more turn. We did top deck the Chup. The opponent just punted. Yeah, by not playing a second Sifter Worm? Absolutely. 100% punt. I mean, he just wants to do mine. at the end of turn here to just draw more cards. But if he would have played the other Sifter Worm, then there was just no outs. There was nothing, which he definitely should have done. Like, mine was not that important. Casting mine right there was just not that important. Right? Just top deck another Choop and we're still in this. Possible. It is possible. I mean, all we gotta do is top deck a Choop. El Chupa la Cabre. Honestly, Graveyard Marshal might do it too. Graveyard Marshal could start pulling us out of this. No, he could have sacked the Haship to kill me with trample damage. Oh, see, I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that. Oh, okay. Yeah, so an even bigger punt. Woo, we're getting there. The opponent cannot get salty over this. There's no way. No way. He's been board wiping us. He can't be salty. I mean, we're so dead. He's about to draw a haphazard bombardment. By God, it's got to be Kane. It's got to be Kane. I don't get it. You're amazed he missed it. Yeah, you're right, man. I don't know what my punt is. Like, I don't know what I've done to punt. Oh, a WWE reference. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yeah, last time I watched wrestling, it was still WCW, and the big guy was Goldberg. It was a long time ago, boys. I'm talking a long time ago. Wow, it really was. My grandfather was still alive. Well, I mean, we kill one, go to one. Alright, so we block one, we go to one. I mean, this card's dead. We've got no way to gain life. Not coming back. We're not playing this. We're not drawing more cards. And now, oh, I should have negated that. And we could have lived one more turn. That was my punt. Definitely my punt. Right? That's what I get for talking. Let's draw a card. Whoop. Oh, we would have got a land. Then we would have been dead anyway. So, yeah. Right. Goldberg just went into the WWE Hall of Fame last year. Really? You're utterly astounded right now, though. Actually, like he went like 100 and something games or matches undefeated. Like, it was the first time they had ever done anything like that. But I watched some interviews with Kevin Nash. And his partner at the time was this dude named Razor Ramon. I don't know if you guys remember Razor Ramon. But Kevin Nash and Razor Ramon, they were both talking about how they were really big dudes. And, you know, some of the things that they could do in the ring that other people couldn't do just because of their size. And Goldberg could do these things to people like Kevin Nash. He could do these. Yeah, we're talking about fake wrestling. That's right. We're talking about acting on a stage. But, like, Kevin Nash and these were just really, really big dudes. And, like, you couldn't. It took somebody like Andre the Giant or the Big Show to come up and chokehold them and slam them. Like, nobody else could do it. And Goldberg could pick them up, you know, and he could do his what was it? He could, you know, the spear, and then what was the move? The jackhammer, right? Was that what it was? We're talking like holding Kevin Nash completely straight up in the air, vertical. This dude was epic, man. Like, Goldberg was pretty cool, man. But I watched my, you know, late 80s grandfather would go nuts over Goldberg, man. That and Ric Flair, the Nature Boy. Woo! You know, some good times, man. I used to go down and watch wrestling on Monday nights with my grandfather. It was a really good time. Your 5-foot grandmother would be yelling at the TV when you was little, saying, "Hit him with the chair!" I bet for the Horde. But yeah, that's cool that Goldberg went into the WWE Hall of Fame. That is absolutely cool. And you started wishing for the fast forward button. Oh, I'm sorry, Dragon Horde. Or Dragon Lord. Like, some people like that sort of thing, you know? Yeah. Either way, oh, this year. See, I don't know anything about it. I haven't watched WCW or WWE or any type of wrestling since early 2000s. Yeah, we're talking 18, 20 years ago, you know. But I grew up watching Saturday morning wrestling in Memphis, Tennessee with Jerry the King Lawler, and where this dude named Chris Jericho got his start and things like that. I don't know if you guys remember Jerry the King Lawler and Chris Jericho and those guys or not, but yeah, that was my grandfather. He loved that stuff. So anyway, back to Magic. Yeah. Back to Magic. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about the deck. The deck was interesting. I had put it on the back burner. I didn't really want to play it until we got to tonight. So, Chris Jericho is the lead singer for Fozzy. Oh my goodness, really? Whatever. Anyway. The deck's really cool. I mean, it's got a lot of really cheap creatures where you can just really, like, dump them really quick and stuff like that. But, yeah, it's, doesn't do well to board wipes. So, yeah, if they've got board wipes, then you're just going to die. My recommendation against like white decks and things are just don't swing in to settle the wreckages, stuff like that, and just kind of hope they don't have Fumigate available. But if they can wipe the board, there's not going to be a lot you can do about it. So this is gonna wrap up our Devs deck. It is currently 9:28. I'm going to be back at 9:45, guys. So I'm going to take the stream down. We're going to switch over. I've got to pull up these other 4 decks and get all the cards for those. We're going to be pulling those up. We've got Dark Demonics contract deck. Now, this one has got things like Mastermind's Acquisition in the sideboard. We've got... this next deck's also going to have Scrap Heap Scrounger, Dread Wanderer, which is something we can bring back from the graveyard. We're going to have the Diregraph Ghouls, couple Fatal Pushes, Gifted Aetherborns, Champion of Wits, so we can churn through the deck a little bit more. Divination, I'm a little bit mixed on, you know, Divination. I don't think we need that. I think just another Champion of Wits would fit better. Death Baron, which is pretty cool. I mean, we could call zombies or skeletons or something, give them all Death Touch. One moment. And then some of you guys were asking about cards like Hostage Taker and stuff. We definitely have Hostage Takers in some of the next decks. Liliana's Contract, Liliana's Mastery, just a ton of interaction. So I mean, we've got a lot of things going on. Secondary Arcane adaptations in this deck are more than likely going to be calling zombie. So we've kind of got this like little zombie theme into demons, which could just, you know, turn into a win for us. But yeah, definitely some higher price cards. When we start looking at the land base here, we're not dealing with any, you know, submerged boneyards or things. We're going to have Fetid Pools, Drowned Catacombs, that sort of thing. So that's going to be one of the decks we're coming up with. We've got Kozilek's Kozak's. Kozak's got one here for us that is Grixis. He's got Ornithopters, Dread Wanderers and stuff, even Goblin Instigators and things. Whole bunch of different things coming up. This next one also has, you know, Hostage Takers, the Scarab Gods, even Unesh. Like, come on, Unesh, right? Unesh is one. And then moving on down, we've got one by Rocker CCR. Rocker's got a really cool take here. This is going to be one of the first ones we see that actually have cards like Karn in it. This one actually has Liliana in her contract. So we've got Liliana herself here, which is going to be really cool. Being able to bring back, you know, one card from our graveyard that we need, or just give us a Thopter, or give us a zombie that can be. I mean, it could be a Thopter if we want it to be a Thopter, right? And then another Unish, because, you know, we call Sphinx, we could do things like that. And then We've got one by Jizza that is more Grixis. Okay, so we're gonna get really, really expensive with some of these decks. We've got Gifted Aetherborns, Dust Legion Zealot, which Dust Legion Zealot is not a bad compromise for Glint Sleeve Siphoner. If you don't have the Glint Sleeve Siphoners, you're pretty much expecting it to die before you get away with drawing a card or not. So, you know, that's a thing. And then Izarith. Oh man, I always butcher her name. Anyway, we're gonna have Izraeth. I think it's Izraeth. We got Izraeth. We got 4 Champion of Wits. Not as many Arcane adaptations. Like, this deck's got other things in mind. A lot of other ways that it can kill you, including Gonti, Ravenous Chupacabra, 4 Nicol Bolas. I mean, come on. Like, yeah, we've got some action coming up, guys. So stay tuned. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. And I'm going to take the stream down. We're going to swap over to Subscriber Sunday now that we've done Dev's deck. And look forward to seeing you guys there. Remember, if you want to play this deck or any other deck, check out manatraders in the link in the description box below. And if you want to sign up for manatraders, you can. There's a coupon code down there that'll save you 15% on your first 3 months. Pretty good discount. And stick around, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. Stick around. I hope you're going to have fun. We'll see you very shortly here on Sideboard MTG. Absolutely. Smash that like button.